A building owner near the state fairgrounds wants to disconnect the plumbing in his 100-year-old building. But his want to do this is now creating some fear as the Des Moines Heritage Trust thinks that's going to eventually lead to the demolition of this historic building. So Local 5's Cleo Maycock, you are live out there this morning. What building are we talking about and why is this so important? Why are those fears out there this morning?
Good morning, Jackie, and this building is located on East 30th and Walnut Street, and I'm talking about the Fairground Hardware Store building. Now, the Des Moines Heritage Trust says they feel like history is going to repeat itself because they've dealt with several buildings like this before where a similar permit to pull plumbing was filed and what followed was an empty lot. But the city of Des Moines says before anything like that can happen, they have to review the situation.
This building was going to be on the endangered properties list of the Des Moines Heritage Trust.
What was most recently the Fairground Hardware Store until 2018 didn't make it on the list. Instead, the trust immediately began working to save it. Pat Miner, secretary of the trust, says they found out the owner of the building recently applied to remove the utilities.
Once the plumbing's removed, the building essentially comes down. We've known it to happen in a day or two.
Miner says a building like this shouldn't come down because of the history it holds, especially one built in the 1890s.
It was built by the Odd Fellows, and they used the upstairs, the second floor, for their meetings and whatever they needed, and it was also used for community events besides.
Local 5 reached out to the city of Des Moines to find out if the building's owners did apply for the utilities to be removed and what that meant. They sent this message saying, regarding the recent application for utility disconnect permit at 2951 East Walnut Street, the request is being reviewed under the city code. That means they have 10 days to review that permit and then give the owner options to choose from. The city also says exploration of viable alternatives to demolition and the completion of a historical record of buildings and structures that contain features of architectural merit and are historically significant must be completed. Now, the city says this building is in the initial review process, and they're also asking for anyone who knows about the building's historical significance to reach out. Since this building is over 50 years old, after the initial review is done, members from the city will work with the owners to explore alternative options to demo, rehab, or landmark status. And Miner hopes once that's done, this building will remain.
This is just a large part of the neighborhood. Maybe what happened. The other thing.
And the Des Moines Heritage Trust Fund says they are hoping that people reach out to the city and let them know about what they know about this building, if it's historical significance or any other important facts. And the city wants to emphasize that just because the owner of the building did file to pull permits to get the plumbing pulled, does not mean they're going to eventually demolish this building. And I did reach out to the owners, and the owners have not gotten back to me to tell me what they do plan to do with this building.